The Golden Goose. There once was a man who lived with 3 sons. The youngest son was called Simpleton. Each brother chopped wood for a living. One day, the eldest brother went to the forest where he met a dwarf.
Please,
said the dwarf, looking at the brother's basket.
Won't you share your lunch with me?
Why should I?
Snapped the oldest brother. The next day, the middle brother went to the forest and met the same dwarf.
Surely, you'll share your lunch with me,
said the dwarf.
Get your own,
growled the middle brother. The third day, the youngest brother went to the forest and met the same dwarf.
You won't share your lunch with me, would you?
asked the dwarf sadly.
Why not?
said Simpleton, and both of them ate happily together.
I am going to tell you a secret,
whispered the dwarf.
There is an oak tree by the river. Chop it down, and among the roots, you will find a very fine thing.
Simpleton thanked the dwarf and followed his instructions. He found something bright that sparkled in the sun. It was a goose with feathers made of pure gold. After a while, Simpleton stopped at a pond to drink some water. 2 daughters of an innkeeper who were nearby saw him and hatched a plan to steal the goose. They invited Simpleton to the inn. On the way, the sisters tried to grab the goose. The second the sister touched the goose, her hand got stuck. The other sister tapped her sister's shoulder and her hand got stuck too. A miller saw this strange sight and wanted a piece of the goose too. He grabbed the youngest sister, and instantly his hand got stuck too. And had to stagger along with them. Similarly, a farmer got attached to the miller. The 5 of them approached 2 bakers coming out of their shop. The farmer indicated to the bakers to help set them loose. The second they touched the farmer, they got stuck too. Now there were 6 of them stuck, trailing Simpleton and his goose. Simpleton entered a kingdom where there was a large crowd gathered to make the princess laugh. She hadn't laughed in years, and the king said, the first worthy fellow to make her laugh would marry her. As she watched Simpleton, and 6 people tripping behind him, stuck to one another, she began to laugh. The king was not pleased that a woodcutter should marry into the royal family. Simpleton shrugged.
Whether or not I marry the princess, we can all eat a royal feast with a few of these goose's golden feathers.
On saying this, all 6 people came loose, tumbled and fell into a pile of hands and legs. The princess roared with laughter at this sight. The princess told her father,
"He will make me laugh, and he is the first person to offer us anything."
The king agreed and they were married. The dwarf sat at the front row and attended the wedding. Moral of the story: a good deed always pay.